This is an exam question where it has to explain the role of the kidney in osmoregulation. So osmoregulation is water regulation. So first of all, lower water potential of the blood is detected by osmoreceptors in the hypothalamus in the brain. So those osmoreceptors detect that low water potential of the blood, and that causes the release of ADH, antidiuretic hormone. And that's from the posterior pituitary gland. Right, that ADH is released into the blood as it's a hormone, and its target cells, it acts on target cells on the collecting duct in the kidney. ADH will bind to receptors on the cell surface membrane of that collecting duct, and that will trigger a series of enzymes to be activated within the cell. So it activates enzymes in the cell. The activation of those enzymes will cause vesicles with water channels, which are proteins, to fuse with the cell surface membrane. That will increase the number of water permeable channels, in the cells of the collecting duct. It makes the membrane more permeable to water, and so water is reabsorbed into the tissue fluid. Out of the collecting duct, not out of the collecting duct. So the water will move out of the collecting duct and be reabsorbed into the tissue fluid around the cells of the collecting duct. The reason it moves out is that water is moving down the concentration gradient by osmosis. Again, if you're ever talking about the movement of water, make sure you state, or the movement of any molecule, make sure you're stating how it's moving. And then when it's moved, once it's moved into the tissue fluid, it'll then move into the blood vessels. and the water content of the blood will return to normal. You've also got a slow breakdown of ADH. So once it has been released, it's broken down slowly. So this effect will be a prolonged effect, ensuring that water is reabsorbed from the collecting duct back into the tissue fluid, then into the blood vessels, and the water content of blood is then restored to normal. We've now explained the role of the kidney in osmoregulation, regulating the water and the blood at normal.